Hey everybody, it's Jamie from No Getting Off This Train. I cannot believe that December is almost here already. Let's talk about all the cool things that happened in November and update you on what's happening in December. Thank you for joining me for November's edition of Breakfast with Bacon. I have totally enjoyed sitting here and kind of talking about my life. I do this a lot on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go ahead and do so. The link is down below. But I am always posting on my stories of the behind the scenes, what's going on today or the next day, just little glimpses into my life. And then I get to kind of condense it into one video here. We didn't have a ton of stuff going on in November, which is probably a good thing. We had some downtime. December, it's probably busy for all of us. Just Christmas, the holidays, all the get-togethers and the gift buying and that sort of thing. So before I start talking about December, let's go over November a little bit and talk about the few things that did happen. Okay, so honestly, most of these are about Allison. Back in October, I think toward the end of October, they had a chocolate bar fundraiser at her school. And you had to sell a certain number of boxes to get certain prizes. Well, if you sold at least 3 boxes, you would get into a limousine lunch and go over to Get Air, which is a trampoline park. So Allison sold 3 boxes. So the last week, or maybe the week before, we got to go on a limo lunch. We rode a limo bus, okay? And if you've never been on a limo bus, I don't want to ride in anything else now. I mean, it was super cool. I can't share a ton of pictures and stuff here just because I want to protect the other kids. But holy cow, they fit 28 second graders into this huge limo bus. I was lucky enough to get to volunteer and be the chaperone for them. So we had music blaring. There were lights. It was amazing. It was like a big rave inside this bus. So we drove the 10 minutes to get to this trampoline park. And this was Allison's first time ever going. She was honestly kind of nervous, but thankfully she has a friend at school who said this was not her first time going. So Allison kind of clung to her and made her her official tour guide. And she had a blast. They had pizza and juice and they got to jump for 20-25 minutes and then head back home. So it wasn't a full day experience. However, oh my gosh, they had so much fun. And actually, Allison had so much fun that she and I went to Get Air by ourselves the week after. Actually, it's this week. She had the entire week off for Thanksgiving. So she and I went and jumped for a little bit. And what I realized is this mom is not good at jumping. She tried and I tried, but I'm just not good at it. The second thing, I cleaned Allison's room a couple weeks ago, and it was mostly because I wanted to clean her carpets. I don't remember the last time I cleaned her carpets. It's just not something that I do on a regular basis. So I figured this was the time. I was purging a lot of stuff anyway, just due to birthdays and then the upcoming Christmas holiday. So I took everything out of her room. She has Legos. Tens of thousands of Legos. So I got all of that stuff out. As you can see, that room is a complete disaster area. I do my best to organize them. I have these big black organizer drawer things, and they're meant for tools and tool accessories, but they're perfect for Legos. I just need to buy another one. But anyway, I got all of that out. I cleaned all the carpets in there. And when I was finished, I mean, the room looked beautiful. Now, obviously, I put everything back in, but the floor is no longer covered in Legos. We found spots for everything. So now we just have to go and organize all those Legos again. She likes having them all in their drawers. We have little labels that go on there, and we were able to see, okay, so if I need this part, we'll go into here and grab that one. So she loves having that for her. Speaking of Legos, you may have seen this in my Aldi Thanksgiving video, but she made a turkey out of Lego, and she didn't follow instructions or anything. She said she may have seen a turkey somewhere. Like somebody made a turkey, she looked at it and she just created her own thing. And she is so good at that. Like I am not creative in the least when it comes to Legos. Give me the instructions and I will put it together. I love doing that. But she will take one of those sets, put it together, and then take it down like the next day so she can use some of those parts to make her own thing. She's just creative like that. And I know she has a lot of Legos, but I also love seeing her use her imagination for this. And the last big update about Allison is that we started the process of getting her a palate expander for the top of her mouth. Now, every time she's gone to the dentist within the past couple years or so, they said, you know, she's got a really crowded mouth. Her teeth don't have a lot of space to come out. You should probably see an orthodontist about that. So we went and saw one a month or two ago, and he said, yeah, definitely there's some crowding. She'll need possibly expanders and then maybe even braces later on. So we made the appointment and Allison went in earlier this week to get little spacers put in the top of her mouth. And these spacers are just like little rubber bands. They're like really, really teeny tiny. And all the lady did was just like kind of floss them up into her teeth. So she's only got 2 of them in the back molars. And she has to wear them for the next 3 weeks. And thankfully, like, she was so brave throughout the whole thing. She was actually really nervous beforehand, like, I don't want to go. But when she was there, she got to see everything and she was totally cool with it. The lady said that some kids might have some discomfort or pain. She hasn't had any of that, thankfully. She did tell me today that when she ate, she had a little bit of pain back there, but that could be something that'll go away soon. And so, like I said, she's going to have that in for 3 weeks. And then in 3 weeks, actually the week before her Christmas break, we're going to go in and put the expanders in her mouth. And that's like a metal device that goes in the roof of your mouth and then attaches back here or something. And then it's like a spring almost that it'll just open up and it's going to help expand her mouth. I'm not quite looking forward to that part, although her best friend is getting the exact same thing done. So they can talk about it together. I can see how she's dealing with it, and that's going to make the process go a lot easier. And I forget how long that has to stay in. I think it's a few months. But, you know, I'd rather her do that than have to go through, I think it was like Invisalign, I think was what it was. They said that you had to change it out every single week for a whole year. Whereas what we're doing right now, and it's all hands off and it only lasts a few months. So I'd rather her do that and then do the Invisalign. Maybe down the road when it's time for braces, we can pursue like the Invisalign path. But in the meantime, have you had your kids go through this before? And if so, please tell me your experience. She cannot eat anything like super sticky. So no gum, no gummy bears, candy. I think I remember no nuts or popcorns, things hard like that. So it's a little difficult to try to navigate through that, especially because she's such a selective eater. But we will find a way. My last update. Now, last month, I ran my marathon, and you can watch last month's video to hear all about it. And a couple of people have asked, well, what are you doing nowadays? Are you still running? And I would like to say that yes, I'm still running, but up until the past week or so, I kind of stopped. And a lot of that is because the weather is just so cold. I can handle like the 30 degrees, I can handle, 30 and above. But once it gets below 30, and especially in the teens, like I just don't want to be out there. It's painful to run. And I know I could put on the hat and gloves, and I do that for the 30-degree weather. That's about all my body can tolerate. So instead, I have been doing like some in-home cardio workouts. Now, after my marathon, I actually started up the 80-day obsession program, and it's from Beachbody. Like, I'm not a Beachbody coach or anything, but I do subscribe to their online demand, which is like the at-home workouts. Totally love them. So I decided to start up 80-day obsession again, which is a weightlifting program. And I was running on the cardio days and then just doing my weightlifting on those days. But now that I'm not running anymore, I'm doing one of their like boxing workouts. It's called 10 rounds. And I'm really loving that one too. I finished that one probably a few months ago and totally loved it. So I'm kind of doing a mixture here and there. I'm experimenting with adding more protein to my diet to see if that's going to help me gain more muscle throughout this program. I don't know. But that's basically what's going on with my workout situation. Maybe when it gets a little bit warmer outside, I'll start running again. I would love to do the Cedar Point half marathon again. I did it back in 2018. It was so much fun. And I totally want to do it again because I get to run through the empty amusement park. It was awesome. Well, that is it for November. I know I said there wasn't a whole lot going on, but I guess I had a lot to talk about. December is going to be so busy, but I am super excited because first of all, I am doing my very first Vlogmas series here on YouTube. And it's just going to be 25 days starting on December 1st. I'm going to post a video every single day and it's just going to be something random. It could be like me shopping for Christmas gifts or showing you how I wrap my gifts. There could be some advent calendar stuff in there, Christmas lights, just anything Christmas related. So I'm pretty excited. It's going to take a lot of work, but I know that people love them and I'm excited to do them. Also, Kings Island opens back up actually the day after Thanksgiving, and they have their Winterfest. And it's basically just like Christmas themed. Not many rides are open. There's maybe only like 5 or 6 things you can ride, but it's mostly open for you all to go and check out the Christmas lights. They have tons of shows. They have specialty hot chocolates. They have new foods and stuff for you to try. And we try to go at least once or twice every year. I don't think they had it at all last year, so I'm excited that it is starting back up again this year. I'll be sure to do some videos and show off like all the cool Christmas lights and stuff. And then in general, I'm just looking forward to the Christmas season. This really is one of my favorite times of year because I love setting up the Christmas tree and decorating my house. I love the candy cane themes. So red and white, anything candy cane, you'll see that here in about a week or so. But then going to watch Christmas lights, watching Christmas movies, drinking hot chocolate with the family. I love giving gifts. I like making baked goods and taking them to people. It's just one of my favorite times of year and I'm going to try to enjoy every minute of it. So leave me a comment and tell me, what is one good thing that happened in November for you? Or what is something you're looking forward to in December? I want to celebrate with you. If you have not subscribed to this channel yet, go ahead and do so right now and like this video and ring that bell. That way you'll be notified when all of my videos come out, like my grocery hauls, recipes, and meal planning tips. Thank you all so much for watching and I will see you later. Did you know I offer one-on-one nutrition coaching? Whether your goal is to lose weight, eat healthier, or just want to know how to get started, I can help. You can schedule a free weight loss discovery call by using the link in the description. Thanks for watching and I can't wait to chat with you.